Listen to this one. Fly with cash, and law enforcement could take it without ever having to prove you did something wrong.
We were talking about this in the commercial break. It's happening regularly at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is here now. So, Justin, it could be a long and expensive process, you found out, to get that money back, even if it's legitimately yours.
And, George, that's the wildest part of this whole thing. Not only are law enforcement agencies like DEA seizing people's money at Hartsfield-Jackson without a warrant, they're keeping it. Brian Moore Jr. was flying from Atlanta to L.A. to shoot a music video.
I had about $8,500 on me.
Jerry Johnson was heading to Phoenix with the cash to buy a truck at auction.
It was $39,500.
Both men left the airport with their cash gone, seized by law enforcement.
It's nothing different being robbed. Somebody come up with a gun and take your money and then walk off.
This is a picture a DEA agent snapped of Brian Moore. That's him in the green hair at the gate at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, heading to Los Angeles.
They announced we were about to start boarding, and I was approached by two women.
Moore says they asked if he was carrying guns or drugs. He wasn't. They asked about cash, which he did have.
I've never been in a situation to where I was being treated as a terrorist or a criminal.
Moore says he explained to the DEA agents the money was his to pay for his music video from the sale of his grandfather's car he inherited.
They put my money in a big Ziploc bag, and they told me I was free to go. They were like, you might want to leave or you're going to miss your flight.
This is Moore's money in the Ziploc. DEA kept the money, but never mentioned anything about a crime.
Nobody ever charged you with a crime?
I was never charged.
You were never convicted of a crime?
Never convicted of a crime.
But they took your money?
They took my money.
And did not give it back?
Did not give it back.
It happens every day at airports all across the country, including right here in Atlanta.
They don't want to prosecute the person. They just want their money.
Dan Allman is an attorney at the Institute for Justice. He fought in courts for years to get open records data from Homeland Security on seizures. That data shows that here at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, just one agency, Customs and Border Protection, seized more than $108 million in cash from travelers between 2000 and 2016.
These law enforcement agencies get to keep the money that they seize, and they view these seizures as a source of revenue.
Jerry Johnson says he never heard from law enforcement again after they walked off with his $39,000 in cash.
Nobody ever contacted me. Nobody asked me any questions. I never heard nothing from them after they seized my money.
That's typical according to the government's own studies. A 2017 DOJ Inspector General review looked at a sample of 100 DEA seizures and found only 44 of those advanced or were even related to a criminal investigation. The same year, a Treasury Inspector General review found 91% of the money seized in cases it looked at was from a legal source.
People should be free to travel with their own money.
Brian Moore sued to get his money back. It took 2 years, and he won the case, but legal fees ate up most of his money by the time it was finally over.
After about an almost 2-year process, I got back a little under $3,000.
The DEA refused our requests for an interview or even to provide written comment, directing us instead to a page on their website that says DEA, quote, uses forfeiture to attack the financial structure of drug trafficking and money laundering groups worldwide. But Brian Moore is a military veteran and musician. Nobody ever provided any evidence claiming he was trafficking money or drugs.
I thought I would at least find out what I did wrong. And, you know, to this day, I still haven't found out what was suspicious about me or what I did that was suspicious.
And Moore is now suing the federal government again to try to get his legal fees paid for all of this. Jerry Johnson also sued and eventually did.